Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sedona International Film Festival. I'm your host, Carol Kahn. We are coming to you live from Yavapai College. Yavapai College is one of our sponsors, along with Northern Arizona Healthcare, BMO Bank, the City of Sedona, Kling Family Foundation, and Goldenstein Gallery, along with our hoteliers, restaurateurs, and all of our volunteers and other sponsors who have participated in this year's festival. We are extremely grateful for having you along with us. And it is no strangers to Sedona to introduce to you Marc and Tommy. And your film is
Condition of Return.
Condition of Return. And they used to be from Sedona.
Yeah, we were here 17 years.
Wow, wow. And also, you've been here multiple times for the film festivals.
Yeah, this is the 5th film we've had in the festival. So it's been really good to us.
Yes, and you've been really good to us by bringing your films. Well, good. And life now? How's life going for the two of you?
Oh, it's great. You know, we're in the city now, so more things to do.
Yeah.
And we, you know, shot this film there, and so that was fun.
Yeah, tell me about that, because I understand that there is like all these things that kind of transpired with the production of the film in Phoenix.
Yeah, this is one of our largest films. You know, we had 38 speaking roles. We had over 360 extras. We had crew. I think we have 68 crew members in total. So and coordinating that and making it all come together in one place, and we had 21 locations that we shot in, and with all within the Phoenix area.
How long did it take you to do that?
We shot it in 19 days.
21 locations in 19 days?
Yes, yes.
That's like a run and gun.
So-
Set up, let's go.
Well, we had days where we had 3 different locations. So, you know, we had, you know, company moves in between, and so it was a lot.
Yeah, now you're giving me a horror, like from my life. I worked with Pia Magazine, and we used to go to 5 locations in like a day, and it was like set up, get out, set up. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
And when you're moving a huge crew and trailers and stuff like that, it's a challenge.
Oh my goodness.
And locations were really difficult. When we thought, oh, we're in a big city, we'll be able to look around and get locations for this, because they were some specific locations, like, you know, from an airplane, an airport, a jail, a prison system,
The police station.
So doing all that was a challenge. So sometimes we really had to stretch, and this is the first time we've actually had to build sets, because we never had to do that before, because
Oh
we
my
were always
goodness.
on location at some place.
Right.
Yeah, we had a great art department, and we had our art director. His name is Rev, and he's a dynamo at building stuff. And we said, well, you know, we're gonna have to build a prison. So he figured it out and built a prison. So that was fun too, because that was a new experience.
And we were lucky, because we couldn't even find a production office, a place where we could house, where you're going to have all these people come to. We thought, well, do we just use our house, you know, and let them come in and out? And it's like, oh my gosh, do we really want that? You know, because if you've ever made a film, that's like the last thing you really want to happen. So we were lucky enough. The attorney we have down in Phoenix, you know, recommended these people who, you know, managed a building and managed other buildings, and they office there, and they said, hey, you know, I've got this great location for you. You know, it's first floor, and it was a vacant spot, and it was already, you know, pre-done. So they had cubicles, so we were all set with offices. And then we had that was like 4,000 feet, and then we had another 6,000 feet of another space right close to it that was just all concrete floor. And we're like, well, we can build sets here, you know? So it was just, I mean, it was meant to be, because we
Wow.
we looked, when we were looking 3 or 4 months, and we're like, what are we going to do? Because we needed, you know, as when you get into the film, I mean, people, you know, with finding a church that would let us shoot in it, you know, was a challenge.
Courtroom, you know, stuff like that. We
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
on the tail end of COVID.
we said after it was over, we said, okay, next time one location.
You learned.
Yes.
I said next time one.
He
location.
said that.
Well, I think he just bought into it, so I think you're good. Well, you know, this was, you're saying, your largest production, but also the team and the actors that you have is pretty large. And Who do you have as far as being in the film?
Well, we have Annalyn McCord. She plays the lead, and then another lead is played by Dean Kahn, and they were wonderful. Did a really good job, and we were lucky enough to get Natasha Henstridge, who's here at the festival with us, and then James Russo's in the film, and we brought a couple of other actors from LA and actually a couple from Dallas, and then the rest were all locals, even a couple from Sedona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you have people in mind for this particular film and that's who you went after, or how did that all work out for you?
That was a long process, actually. I had some people in mind at certain times, but the story with Annalyn is we were watching a movie on Halloween night in 2021. We were flipping through Amazon just finding something to watch, and we came across this movie called Excision, and she just blew me away. Her performance in that was really amazing, and literally the next day I looked up her manager and sent her an offer with the script, and then another day later he got back to me and said she wants to do it.
Wow, great.
So it happened really fast, and yeah.
Those are the best kind.
Yeah.
Sounds like the film itself in 19 days.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a trailer of the film, so let's take a look at the trailer.
This is the greeting we often hear at the beginning of Mass. It comes from the
Mike Stafford called.
Is this about that church shooting?
What makes a person do something like that?
Eve, you said in your statement that the devil made you do it. You care to elaborate?
Wouldn't be doing myself any favors.
The girl is sane and fit to stand trial. You understand?
I feel bad for you
Why is that?
because hell is real.
That's where you think I'm headed?
That's between you and God.
Eve, did you know everybody in that church?
This doesn't involve brimstone and contracts written in blood. Haven't you ever wanted or needed something desperately?
I want to see that movie.
I think you're the master of these kinds of films. I will tell you just a small little story. When I was young and Linda Blair and The Exorcist came out, so I saw it in black and white because we got a cut of the film somehow, and it was in black and white, and that scared the living crap out of me. I couldn't even sleep. So I'm like, I don't know. So even in black and white, it's like, wow. So what's it like for you to even just see the trailer of that and your own films?
It's exciting, but every time I look at any footage or the film, it always brings back the production and the experience of making it. And whenever I think of any of my films, I don't really think about the films themselves. I think about the experience, with the crew and the actors and all that, and what a great time we had. And so it's fun. That's why we want to keep doing it.
And what experience did you walk away with this particular film?
It was really rewarding, because I had the script for 7 years, and so it was a pretty long process before we actually made it. And to know that we finally did, and and we accomplished it, and it really feels good. And with the challenges we had, the quality that we ended up with is really amazing when I think about it. The performances and the cinematography and just the way it all came together, it just worked out, like it was meant to be. So.
And you don't know it until it starts coming together. Because as you're filming it, it's like, okay, that's okay. I can make that work, or I can do it. And he's like, because he knows, because he's doing his own editing.
And you're constantly putting out fires and solving problems, and worried about this setback that we had or whatever, and so you're constantly thinking about that, and so it's amazing we get any footage at all sometimes, and to watch it, actually work, it's pretty gratifying and relieving.
And you're like the jack of all trades, I understand. Is that like you keep your production costs down because you do everything?
Try to. Yeah, I work cheap.
Yeah. I see that
So-
you do the writing. Do you do the writing? You do the writing.
Well, this one was the script was written by another writer.
Okay.
But most of the post-production, the editing, the sound design, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a great job.
Well, thank you.
And I want to say you're the master of the genre, so I am going to say that.
Well, I
You
don't know
can
about
scare the
that.
living crap out of me anytime.
It's not scary.
No. All right, it's not scary. Everybody needs to come see the film, though, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
it's running tonight.
Yeah, it's running tonight. It's our world premiere. It's the first time we've shown it in public, so that's exciting.
All right. Not nervous.
Of course, I'm a
Yeah.
nervous wreck. Well, especially with the Sedona audience, it's you never know.
Well,
It's,
Sedona-
because
Yeah. But Sedona's used to seeing, when we did the Sedona movie, it was
Yeah.
a feel-good movie, it was happy and all that stuff. And, and then we come back with, a vampire film, and then you come back with a psychological thriller. And,
Yeah.
it's a, because he gets really bored with the same kind of genre, and doing the same thing. So it's like, let's do something different. Comedy's next. Comedy's next.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm sure you got something else brewing inside there. I can see it. Well, I can't wait for tonight for the premiere, and looking forward to that. And how could people find out about your film?
conditionofreturn.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
We have a website with all the information.
All right. Well, sounds great. Well, thank you both for coming back to Sedona.
Yeah,
And
thanks
it's
for
such a
having us.
pleasure having you back here again. And I know the audience is going to enjoy seeing you.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
And don't forget to follow us live on Facebook, and also our hashtags are hashtag SIFF23 and Sedona Film Fest 23. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more from the Sedona Film Festival after this.